All right, guys, we got to see what's going on here. Good boy, Waylon. Good girl, Gabs. So there, she's got some hair go up. All right. Willie, she's never shown anything before. Waylon, she's let sniff her and been kind of weird. The thing that sucks here. So I want to break her from focus, right? Let's let her walk around. The thing that sucks for me is when we have dogs that probably need slow introductions, there's no way I can have her go up behind Waylon and sniff butts, right? So ideally what I've done before is when I have people come, the person can have their dog, right? Now sometimes that's a bad thing too, but the person can have their dog and Waylon's not gonna wanna, he is a submissive dog, right? But he's not gonna just turn his butt around to say, hey, come check me out. I have to help him with that. So I like this, right? I mean, we're at a good distance. We can kind of all calm down together. I left my long line I was gonna put on her. It's a little too close to him, so I didn't want to go get it to start with. So coming up over the hill back there, she started getting excited when she saw them, even though you guys saw, like, the whole time we came around the corner, you saw Waylon was laying down on the ground, right? He was like that the whole time, so she was like, ah. Now, is it because she just sees an object and she's like, is that my kind of prey? And she doesn't know that it's another dog, right? So I'm gonna wait till she looks at me. And so with Willie inside, they've gotten really close. So I'm seeing a little bit of her nose is just kind of, she's just sniffing, right? Sniffing the air. She's kind of staring at what Waylon's doing. I think Waylon's out of the picture right now, but he's on the other side of the bed just sniffing the ground. So not even paying attention. She's kind of staring at him. Come on. Just kind of want to break the stare, right? I probably let her stare a little bit too long. I've got both of their leashes on them. Usually when I do this, I take it off. I just let them be on the long line. All right. And it's been a long time since I've done this too. So see, she keeps looking back, right? Which one, you know, maybe that's nothing. She's seen them inside though. Through the gate was good one time. I let him come out of the gate and he was immediately right back in. I think normally the best way is to have one dog, right? I've never seen anything, like even with Willie laying on the ground right when we go inside, she'll come in and just kind of trying to be going to her thing. Mostly what I've seen is her trying to avoid the dogs. So that almost tells me that in the boarding place or maybe in the houses where she's had problems, it's just too tight a space, right? And I think when she kind of went up after Raider, and look, here's another thing. Like if she was super, I mean, she has a pretty good history. And by good, I mean pretty serious, right? Trying to go through the crates, other dogs' crates to get at the dog that's inside the crate, right? So she's on the outside of the crate. She's trying to get at the one that's inside it. Anyways, this right here, even if I don't get them off the long lines, this right here is good for her, right? She has space. She can create her own space. She doesn't have to be right next to him if she doesn't want to. Now, here's the good thing about my guys. Like Willie, if you act out at Willie, he's just gonna go away. If you act out at Waylon, he's gonna do the same thing. Now Waylon won't stay away. Willie will hold on to it. Willie will remember that you acted out at him for like days, and he'll still sometimes. Waylon went after him one day during work, like over a month ago now, and there's still times where we're out here where Willie will be like, give him the side eye. So Willie kind of holds grudges. Waylon doesn't, right? Ready? Come on. We'll see how we do just walking by. I'm gonna leave her on the outside. Good girl. So she's trying to get up in front of me, right? Which is just excitement. Right, so come on. So that seems like a happy wag because it's not super fast. It's a little bit high. Here's the other thing. She marks a lot. So is she marking just out of marking? Or is she marking, look, she wants to smell her pee. Is she marking out of like a dominance thing, right? Waylon marks a lot, but he doesn't do it out of a dominance thing. He's a submissive guy. Submissive and neutral. So here's the thing that sucks is he's caught up underneath his leash and I can't go over there and help him out. Right. See how high her tail is? See, that's a soft wag, right? And then she lays down and relaxes. That's a soft wag she got. So sometimes it's really fast, right? If it's high and fast, it's aroused. You just want to watch it. All right, everything bad comes out of over arousal. So she's kind of staring at him, right? But she's keeping her ears in a nice place. They're not like when she jumped up on the couch at Raider that time, it was kind of right after he jumped up, so maybe she was looking to just play. But when I was looking at it, her ears were forward, which, you know, in play, that's what they're gonna do, right? Maybe. Or ears forward, always bad. Ready? Let's go. So I can throw Willie some hot dogs here for being a good boy. I can come over here, I can throw Waylon some hot dogs. So that actually looks good to me. Good girl. We just want to go slow, right? That looks like I could let them off. You're a good girl. Nope, you gotta have it on the whole time. It's a sweet girl. So what I want to do first is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna let Willie off. More than likely, he's not going to go anywhere. Let's see what happens when we walk over here. All right. Good girl. Very nice. All right. Now, Waylon, he's going to come off. He might run a little bit fast. He usually greets nicely. That's where it sucks, not having a fence, not having a way to also tether her or another set of hands, right? So we want to watch her going too fast too. Waylon might run off for a second, and then he's going to come back nicely. Willie's going to be a good boy. The other part is, you don't want to rush, right? What's it been? Maybe 10 minutes? When they have a nice history. Now, here again, all the history that I know has been with barriers, right? So I'm sure you guys have seen the videos like by the dodo and whatever else out there where the dogs are going at it through a door or a fence, and then the door goes away and the dogs are just cool. Hey, what's up, Fred? What's up, John? Right? Then the door closes again and they go right back at it. So sometimes that's what we're dealing with. Now, here's the thing with that. It can also be a precursor to actually really wanting to kill the dog. So you kind of got to go slow, right? So see, now she's looking at Willie. I think she knows Willie's free. But look, if she really wanted to kill the dogs, she'd be trying to go. It wouldn't be this easy. Now, is it going to be different if they're moving, right? So when you have dogs with problems, this is how you start dogs that are stationary, and then you get the dogs to be moving, right? You get the dog comfortable with them when they're stationary, then you get the dogs going when they're moving. So I forgot to check the time when we got out here. I think it was right around 11 though. I'm gonna do one more walk by like this, right? And here's the other ideal thing. If you have to have more hands, right? So ideally we have a dog that we don't know, or we do or don't know, but think. You would take this dog and that dog and walk them together, right? We can walk around in a big thing, and then once everything's cooled down, now this is calmed down, right? So she's calmed down. She came out kind of hot, and then she calmed down, right? Come on, good girl. So, right, so ideally you can walk them together, right? It would be a dog, a person, a dog, and you can walk them together, get them comfortable in the really close vicinity, and then you can do proper greetings. That's just stuff that I can't do. It's one of my handicaps. Come on. Let's go walk by again. So there we're getting a little tension, right? Because she wants to go over real fast. She's a little bit of talking. What's the name? Auto peed on this cone. So she's checking it out. So that's the other thing, right? So going by there, you kind of want to try not to have leash pressure, but you also don't want the dog to be flying in front of you either, right? Maybe I should be turning around. Good, shake it off, girl. It's a good girl. There we got another friend over there. Ready? Let's go. So now she's more focused on this dog she's never seen before, right? All right, this way. Good girl. I don't want to get too focused, and so now I have to do more to calm her back down, right? We had this other dog coming by. That's another problem with being in public, right? Public, you got a lot of people. And again, even this right here, look, if stuff is really bad, this right here is good enough. Dogs don't have to meet, they don't have to interact, right? She's more excited about this one. Yeah, good girl. Right? Right? Correction. So there she gets corrected because she's starting to escalate. Good girl. Right? And that lady's over there. Hey, hey, no. Good girl. Right? This is where your leash stuff is more important than your words. Right? Look right here. Good girl. Right? She's over there. No, stop 15 times. Settling down, right? I'm gonna do a 360 right here. Right, the only thing I'm trying to do is anything that she's shown me that she will break her focus on. I've used whistles and I've used kisses, right? Good girl. Create some distance. We're gonna help that lady out. Look, this is nice, right? She settled down, lay down. right? And say, look, I want to say one thing about this lady over here. While I'm saying, like, she keeps saying no and stop and all that stuff, she's not doing it in a frantic way. So at least she's keeping her good energy and she's going, no. And right. So what happens is people start trying to be, no, you got to stop it. Right. And then all they're doing is keeping the energy going or even building it. Right. So now she's looking from that dog to Waylon. Right. So I think she's going to be fine, dude. Ready? Let's go. I would like to walk by Waylon without her really trying to go over there. Right? So you probably couldn't see, but what I was doing is when she was starting to go over there and she was starting to kind of escalate her energy, you coming down shoulder length and back to the corner. So you're not going straight from behind her, right? And then so what happens is that leash correction stops the focus. You stop the focus on what that other dog, and then they're going to calm down. They're going to start cutting it off. All these people saying that when you correct your dog while they're looking at another thing is going to make them not like that other thing worse, they're crazy. That's just ridiculous. That doesn't even make sense. They know who's holding the leash, right? And here's the other part. They're not going to escalate if you suppress it, right? Or you interrupt where it is. They're not going to go farther. They're not going to skip steps. They're going to start stopping. It's just like everything you do is creating a pattern, right? So when we're doing sit, hand motion, mark, and reward, they know that all that's coming from you. You think she doesn't know that when this leash is in my hand and I go, hey, pay attention to me? You think she doesn't understand that? It's ridiculous. Ready? Let's go. Now, a lot of it is stuff that I believed when I first started because that's what the book people tell you. All right. So here, good girl. Good girl. Very nice. So I think everything's cool. I wish I had another set of hands so somebody else could unclick that leash. I think she looks good. Then here's the other thing. The other thing to think about is if it is because of close quarters that she has problems, right? She could be totally good in the yard, and then inside, any kind of little thing that happens could be like, oh my God, I don't have nowhere to go, right? I wish I had a way to make sure she stayed right here while I went and unlocked him. Let's do this. Let's come back this way. Come on. Let's see where we're at. So that's a good 15 minutes, right? It's pretty good. She just hit the little thing. Sometimes it makes it come undone. So pretty generally, if you can go 10, 15, 20 minutes of just walking around in the vicinity, you can get a lot of that arousal brought down. Right? This is nice. Nice. It's okay. I'll take it. I really want to reach over and let him off. Because this is nice. Right? This is good. And Willie, he's not going to move. Willie ain't ate none of his cookies. I mean, this looks good, right? All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break her off from being right here. And then we're going to come back and let Waylon go. Come on, girl. Come on. I think this is a pout. I think this is a I don't want to. And she pooped earlier, so I don't think she'll poop on this one. So I also think that if the shit hits the fan, right? I've got them both on their leashes. I can pretty generally get them over here and have her over here and just correct her out. Right? Good job, girl. Come on. Oh, I think that's okay. Damn it. That's what I was afraid of because I don't want her flying to him while I'm trying to get him undone. I know, girl. And I also don't want to create tension or frustration with her, right? So it gets rough being one-handed or one set of hands. Ready? Come on. Let's see. Right here. Come here. Hold on. Okay. You're free. Oh, are you wrapped up, dude? Dang. God damn it. Let's do this again. Come on. I don't want him off a leash though. Because. Okay, let's do this. Come here, girl. Oh, I don't like doing this. I don't like doing this. But I have to tie her to the fence and hope it stays. Right? Let's see. Okay, I got her over here. Stay there. Damn it. This is where our obedience needs to be way better. Ready? Down. Good. Stay. We don't work a stay very often. And I'm pretty sure his down, once we get excited, I don't know, sometimes they surprise you, right? Sometimes you think you haven't done enough. Good boy. Okay. You can break if you want to. You can stay on there as long as you want to. I think maybe he thinks the leash is still stuck on there, right? You're a good girl. You're doing good. So we have a growl at the guy over there, which is interesting. He come out the door and just turn around. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. So let's break. Okay. Right. Look, if she wanted to kill him, right? So a lot of times what happens in the tight spaces is that's a good look. Let him pee and then walk off. Let her get in his butt. Very nice, Waylon. Good job. Oh, damn. Good job. Very nice. Right. Let him smell the. Let her smell the pee. See how she pees right on it? A lot of times that's a dominant thing. Sometimes it's just a thing, right? Guys will do that all day. That's interesting for girls to do it, right? I heard somebody say one time that 2% of girls do it. And I'm like, almost every female that I've been around does it. So Waylon's going off on his own over there. Let's see. I mean, that looked good, right? That looked good, but they were staring at each other a little long. And that's where sometimes knowing the history messes you up, right? I know she's gone after dogs a bunch of times, right? I don't know what's happened in the houses. I mean, it could have been over something. Who knows? And the people aren't going to say that. People aren't going to say nothing about their dog. They're not going to say their dog did something. They're always going to blame the foster dog or the newly adopted dog, right? It's a human thing. So, right? So, anyways, that's where me knowing the history, 3 years ago, I would have just let that go. I wouldn't have let go of her, but I would have went with her. So Waylon's over there cruising by the fence, kind of looking over. Waylon, come over here. He's gonna jackhole around. Let's see if Willie wants to get up. Right, there's never been anything with Willie. So to me, that all looked good. And then I just let her history kind of freak me out. Right, so Waylon did good staying on the bed when he was off leash, but maybe because he knew his thing was wrapped up. I kind of think he's got a poop too. So here's the other part. Waylon's not big about hanging out with everybody anyways. So when he came out that one time and just beeline it back into the room without doing any meeting, usually he'll come out and meet dogs. Hey, come on. So here we go. He's running up. Let's see how she acts. Good boy. I should put her on a long line. You're a good man. So there was that just her talking and then me freaking out because he's behind me and running up. It's okay. My bad, maybe. Or were you being a bee? Right? So you saw Waylon, just her flying up like that when he let her. Right, let's see how Willie goes. Good girl. I see her tail is always kind of straight up, right? Good girl. Very nice. I think when she went behind me, I messed that up. But Waylon's like that. If you come in hot with Waylon, he's gonna sit. That's the way he deals with everything. Is he sits down and backs off, and then that's when I got to be sure to watch for him, right? So that would be me advocating for him because I know that's how he is. So if someone comes in hot, right, like and I have to do it even with Raider, right? You're a good boy. So see how she's fast wagging? That's the excitement. Her hair's not up. Her ears are in a good spot. Good girl. She settles down, right? Right. So a lot of times I like to bring Raider too because Raider's going to bring the energy up so we can see, right? Now, the reason I didn't with these two, the reason I didn't bring Raider today is because we need to see just neutral, right? Willie's not going to do anything. He's super calm. Waylon is super neutral. Like whatever happens, Waylon's going to whatever. But this is good, dude. Right. So the next part would be we're going to walk together. So I'm going to come and get this thing. We're going to go walk together. She's going to be left. They're going to be right. Um, and then the next part would be seeing how they are inside together, right? Now that I am going to wait on. I'm probably going to do this one more time. I'm probably going to do it with Raider, probably next Wednesday. Waylon, stay over here, bud. Hey, come on, back here. So, right, so Waylon seems a little weirded out, right? I mean, you guys wouldn't know. That was my job to know, right? He does. He gets so when someone goes in hot, he'll be cool and he'll kind of put his butt down, and then he's usually pretty good about getting over it. Like when Chico jumped on him and got his head in his mouth, right? This is I should have done more of this with Chico with a muzzle on like I am with her, because he for sure would get dogs heads in his mouth, heads in his mouth. Now she's gotten dogs before, but again, maybe it's just a barrier thing, right? So, what happened in the house, right? What are the details? We don't know because people are never going to blame their dog. They're always going to blame the new dog or the foster dog, right? Here, come on. So, I don't know. That's how stuff goes, right? You want to smell where Waylon was? So this is what I'm going to do. I don't know if actually I know I won't be able to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Willie and then we're going to go get Waylon and we're just going to walk around the back and back. There's no way I'll be able to videotape that. But we're going to get some walking together. Then we're going to go up, see how that goes. All right, come on, girl. I don't know. Pretty good, except for when I screwed up, right?